Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I'm tired this morning, although I do have my coffee, but the reason I'm tired is because my 6-year-old slept in the bed with me last night, and this kid has got a kicking problem. He kicked me all night long last night, and I woke up this morning, and the first thing I told him, I said, listen, it's been fun. It's been nice being able to watch TV with you in the bed and stuff like this occasionally when you sleep in my bed. But this was your last night in my bed. You have been banished to your bed, or you can sleep with your brother if he doesn't mind sleeping with you. But you are not allowed to sleep in my bed anymore. I can't take the kicking all night long. There's nothing like laying asleep and feeling like at any moment you could get kicked in the face or worse. The other thing I did last night, this for those of you that are not involved in baseball, this might blow your mind. When I was a kid, I think maybe I had one, maybe two bats the entire time I was growing up playing baseball. Now you have to buy, to compete, you literally almost have to buy a bat every year, and that sounds bad enough. But it's not just that. You have to spend hundreds of dollars. There are bats that cost over $400 for a baseball bat. And I had to invest in a bat for my son last night. It cost me over $300 for a baseball bat. That is ridiculous. And then what these bat companies will do is they will change the bat standards. The leagues will change the bat standards, and then they'll change the bat standards back. So it's a real easy way to change, to constantly be getting new revenues, because if you change the bat standards, all the dads have to go out and buy new bats. So I'm glad to buy things for my kids for stuff like that, but $300 and something for a baseball bat, it's ridiculous. Okay, moving along. That was just on my mind. I thought I'd get it off my chest. Let's talk about something else that's ridiculous. This is from Matty Greenspan. He's the one of the analysts, I believe, at eToro, and he put this up. He took a snapshot of the U.S. debt clock. It just apparently crossed $22 trillion, folks. Well, I just wanted to show you this to illustrate one point that I've made over and over and over on this channel, and that is, this is not going to be fixed. In my entire life, I have never heard of this number going down. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's never gone down. I know it's never gone down in the recent past. But I tell you this to tell you, I've told you many times, digital assets are the answer to these kind of ridiculous things that are done by politicians and central bankers. They have ran us, they put us into, and this isn't just the United States, this is worldwide. The world is in debts that cannot be gotten back from, period. Well, once you accept that as your reality, as the truth, which it is, excuse me, once you understand that and fully appreciate it, you have to ask yourself, what happens when this all hits the fan? Because it will hit the fan. Just because you haven't seen it hit the fan in your lifetime does not mean it will not. It will hit the fan in our lifetime, because this is completely unsustainable. And I don't care what party comes in office, they're not going to fix this. They're just not. So you've got to ask yourself, what happens in a scenario where the government needs to basically be bailed out themselves? Well, what happens is they're going to go to their citizens, and I've told you before, they're not going to do bailouts, because bailouts require them to go to politicians, and they learned that lesson last time. But the bailouts open Pandora's box. Once the citizens of the world allowed these politicians to do bailouts, that Pandora's box had been opened, and now they know that what they can get away with as long as they call it an emergency. So next time they're going to go to their citizens and they're going to say, well, we're just going to close down your bank accounts. It's going to be your patriotic duty, and we're just going to shave off. We're going to call it a bail-in. This has already been written into the books of these banks, folks. Go C3 Nick sent me one from Bank of England. They've already written in that they will be able to do bail-ins. All they need is to be able to declare an emergency. Shave that off. Well, if you own your digital assets, especially in a hard wallet or something like a Ledger Nano S, all of a sudden you're in control of your money. And so that's all I'll say about that. Okay, now this is really cool, and I got this from Jose G at JG_3. Okay, or that's maybe that's 3 L's or 3 I's. I'm not sure. But anyway, I got this from him. And this is interesting. It says, here are the big changes coming to Las Vegas Strip this year. Now, the digital asset investor loves going to Las Vegas every once in a while. I go maybe once every couple of years, 2 or 3 years I go. And once I really cash in on my digital assets, I'll probably go more often. I enjoy it. I don't gamble crazy amounts of money, but I enjoy just going out there and seeing all of the crazy things going on and the luxury out there. It's pretty amazing, the money that's been spent in Las Vegas. Well, he sent me this, and he says, here are the big changes coming to the Las Vegas Strip this year. Well, he told me he was reading through this, and he got down to this right here. Let's read this. I'm assuming this is called Kind Heaven. Kind Heaven, this is a new thing that's going to be in Las Vegas. Kind Heaven will feed Asian cultures and cuisines at the Link. Lollapalooza founder and Jane's Addiction frontman Perry Farrell is one of the names behind Kind Heaven, a 2-story celebration of Asian culture that's opening at the Link in November. A lot of mystery surrounds the project, although a few details are starting to leak out. The experience, geared toward families during the day and adults at night, will be a multi-sensory journey through the music, art, and cuisine of Southeast Asia. And now I want to draw your attention to the last sentence. Kind Heaven will be a cashless society with items paid for with cryptocurrency loaded onto wearable technology. So folks, Las Vegas is now catching on, and that will be in the title of this video because I love Las Vegas. But you can see it. It's all around you now. Everything's starting. Adoption is coming. Now, this was awesome too. And I just found out that we have a Spring Sith. So more Star Wars characters at Spring_Sith. And this is about Amazon, a potential Amazon cryptocurrency exchange. Everyone is wondering about this move. Amazon cryptocurrency review, and I just wanted to show you this. This is why this came up. There are a lot of interest in Amazon and cryptocurrency words together. People are wondering what will be the move of Amazon with buying domains. And they said here that Amazon has bought AmazonEthereum.com, AmazonCryptocurrency.com, AmazonCryptocurrencies.com. And so all this is, it's speculation that Amazon might be heading in the direction of opening their own cryptocurrency platform of some type or exchange. That is fascinating. Okay, moving along. This comes to me from Ripple Ninja. We have a ninja also, at Ripple Ninja. And he sent this article. Now, I think I covered a version of this the other day, but the wording in this article I have not seen, I don't believe. And so I wanted to show you this. EU lawmaker Eva Kaili recommends blockchain, calling it unstoppable tech. I want to read to you a couple of things she said in here. Member of the European Parliament, Eva Kaili, endorsed blockchain technology, cryptocurrency adoption, and their regulations. Eva, listen to this very carefully, folks. Eva cites how RippleNet could help over financial banking institutions. In fact, Eva's mom, who lives in Greece, developed an abrupt need for cash, and bank transfer would take around 3 working days to fully move money from Brussels, Belgium, to Greece. Eva reveals RippleNet would help her with low transfer fees on cross-border payment that very day. if I could send it to her using RippleNet, she would instantly receive the payment. So here's a woman who's an EU lawmaker, and we've already had the head of the IMF talking about Ripple. Now we've got a EU lawmaker talking about Ripple. I mean, what more can you ask for from a digital asset that you own than the company pushing the largest use case for it is being brought up by major government officials. I mean, it's great. But the last thing she says is really cool. She says, by its nature, blockchain doesn't recognize borders, she says. It's unstoppable. You will be disrupted if you don't try to understand it. Instead, you need to see the potential. Well, that's what I've been saying all along, folks. The banks that decide to, instead of accepting blockchain, the banks that decide to prevent you from buying Bitcoin or try to close your bank account for buying Bitcoin, those banks will die, folks. They're going to die. They're going to go the way of Kmart and Sears. Simple as that. Okay, moving along. I got this from my James Bond buddy at ECOSSEXRP1. Credit Suisse brands blockchain a game changer after a successful test. Says Chief Digital Officer for Credit Suisse describes blockchain technology as a great lever to increase efficiency and notes how the experiment proves the advantages of distributed ledger technology for clients and asset managers alike. And then they say Claude Metz, head of shareholder services in Luxembourg for Credit Suisse, said blockchain technology in connection with potential mutualized KYC, know your client, servicing will be a game changer for the investment funds business. It's happening all around us, folks. You can choose to accept that and hold or buy more. Or you can just choose to, oh, this was wrong because we're in an extended bear market. You decide. Okay, and then from my friend Sergeant Obi-Wan at Sergeant Obi-Wan, Coinbase cryptocurrency wallet introduces cloud storage for private keys. I think this could be a potential security risk. Me personally, I would not put my keys anywhere but under my direct control. Yeah, this I agree with him on this. This might sound exciting and all, and it is exciting from the standpoint of just further adoption and getting further down the line to average people. There are average people out there, folks, who are never going to be comfortable with using something like a LedgerNet OS and things like that. But this shows you that more and more things are being done to get this custody thing solved. And so you and I may not be comfortable with doing this, but this may be the solution for a lot of people who have not come in yet. And so from that perspective, it's a good thing. And finally, I wanted to show you this from XRP Digital Girl at XRP_girl. She sent me this, and this is interesting. I didn't realize where the traders came from. Geographical distribution of crypto traders. You can see in Binance, United States, Coinbase, United States, Bitfinex is Germany, and then Bittrex, United States, Poloniex, United States. Now, there's a lot more exchanges that are not based in the U.S. This one is not based in the U.S. This is, and this is. This one, I believe, is maybe it's in Germany. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is an interesting graphic that kind of shows you where a lot of the traders come from. My prediction, before this game is over, before you've cashed out as a wealthy XRP holder, that this will flip and you'll see China and India over here. And when that happens, this is a done deal, folks. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that Las Vegas is about to get crypto. Thank you for listening.